Hey, we are live,
Woohoo!
y'all. Happy Saturday, everyone. And welcome to my co-host, Skull Aquatics. Ain't he handsome? He kind of split it up a little bit.
You gotta get a bigger
Thank
beer
you,
belly.
Vibes.
Whoa!
My
Yeah,
belly's
yeah.
just fine.
Hey, for everyone wondering,
Sorry.
I had to get two co-hosts to cover for Skull. See how important Skull is?
He's eating all you can eat steak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty
And
jealous.
it looked yummy. Jeff Kane sent me the pictures. Like, oh man, no! I
Yeah, I
want some of the
Yeah.
know.
good stuff.
We were so close to going there too, and we had to pull out. And I'm like, to see the pictures, and
It just broke my heart.
I know they're only like what 7 hours away from us right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It broke my heart not to see everyone who's there along with the food because I love
Right.
food.
The
I mean,
food.
who doesn't?
You're right.
I mean, that's probably most of our hobbies. That's one hobby that majority of people actually enjoy. So,
Yep.
but you know what, y'all? Just because Skull isn't here does not mean we can't have fun. Because
Right.
you know why?
Why?
I got a big secret for everyone.
What is it?
Ooh, ooh.
I got a guest, a special guest.
What? We got Mel.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
No!
all the
Hello,
way from the
Mel.
East Coast, out east somewhere. I was gonna say
Ohio.
East Coast.
Ohio?
Ohio.
Ohio is like it's east of us.
That's all east.
Right?
It's somewhere in America.
I don't think they're on the east coast, but you have some
Just down
Great
into
Lakes
the right.
coast, right?
It's, I think, loosely, well, I guess technically considered Midwest, but
Mm-hmm.
So Ohio. How far are you from Lexington, Kentucky?
I'd say you're more mid-east than Midwest.
yeah, I agree too, but
Welcome in, everyone. I will go to the Fisher link here in a bit. And welcome everybody in. But before I do that, we do want to talk about a little bit of the past day, or actually past week. Before we hit it hard. Some of y'all probably saw that little video I did earlier today, live stream. And you're probably wondering why I would be doing that in such cold weather. And
Your
ye-
cold weather doesn't match anyone else's cold weather.
Ah,
Sorry.
Texas cold weather. How about that?
Okay.
The Texas
I
cold.
There's an excuse.
Anyways, so this evening after dinner, before going live, I got a little nervous. I said, you know what? With the plants that I just put out there today, that might not have been the best idea. So I go out there and cut them all apart. I have up past real nice, but beautiful. I went, tore them all down, brought them inside. So, yeah. Anyways,
It's good to
And-
have them inside.
oh yeah. The Monstera and Pothos. Now the aquatic plants, the ones that are underneath the water, I said, those should be fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. As long as they're underwater, they're fine.
Right. Now I did leave two Pothos out there, Pothos, because I wanted to see how bad it would hurt them. And they're just small ones, so I got a whole pile of others I brought in. So
What's your low tonight for
Really?
temperatures?
how low can they handle and be okay?
is Texas cold like Florida cold?
45 degrees tonight.
Might do
Not
okay.
impressed.
It might be a hit and miss.
Yeah.
Pathos.
Yeah.
But it says now it's 54, but it says it feels like 42 right now.
Hit and miss.
Yeah.
It feels like temperatures for us skin-bearing people, but the plants are going to be okay. I
Okay.
think.
But I said, nah. Especially since it took me so long to find the monster here local to me. So nah, I'm not gonna risk it.
It's a
I don't
short
blame
period
you.
of time. It's not 24 hours at that temperature, so I
Right,
think they'll
right.
be fine.
But no, actually, Mark Powell Aquatic, he's the one that asked me about it. Actually, he commented below the live stream after the live stream about it. Said, hey, he's kind of surprised I did that. So I said, okay, oops. If Mark's telling me this ain't good, I better go fix it. I mean, he's up in Dallas area, which is north of us. But
How much pathos do you have right now, Vibes?
I got. I mean, it was a big plant, a mother plant.
Nice.
So it had probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 separate big outriggers. Probably, the one was probably 5 foot long, 6 foot long.
Nice.
Did you have any before this one?
Yeah, I got others in the house.
Okay.
But this will be the first one going outside for the year. So.
I try to have pothos or something growing out of every tank. I don't know. I haven't gotten to try Monstera yet, though. That's next.
You know what? Since we're talking about Monstera, normally I don't show you all this, but I want to go ahead and show y'all a
Yes,
little glimpse
please.
of it.
Woohoo.
Oh, hold on. Let's go back down. Let's see if I'm gonna see if I can show y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get up again. Right there. It's hard to see it, but the leaves are only like 5 inches long, 6 inches long. Monstera. It's growing out of the back of the tank.
Just a baby.
How do you got it sitting in there? I'm always
there's-
interested how people rig their plants in.
See, this tank was drilled, right? But the guy who had it for me covered the holes up, so it's like an overflow spot. So I went and put
Okay.
those plastic light covers, whatever,
Mhm.
those egg crate, whatever. I went and cut one out to make it fit that overflow, and it's sitting on the egg crate. And the roots are going down into the water.
Cool.
I've
So,
just been using zip ties and suction cups.
Yeah.
With pothos or with Monstera?
Just with the pothos, I haven't tried anything else but pothos yet. But it's just a zip tie with or a suction cup with a little hole in it, and then like the zip tie and you just tie it
Right.
around. It's easy peasy.
I've used those suction cup hose
Right.
holders for airline,
Mm-hmm.
so they have like a clamp. Well, if you cut a small piece of airline and stick it over the ends of that clamp, because there's 2 of them,
Right.
you know, you put one on each end and loop it with an airline, you can put plants like that too.
I didn't think
Nice.
about using those suction cups. That's a new idea.
Let
Mhm.
me go grab one.
Okay. But the reason I didn't go any of those routes with Monstera, because the Monstera tends to be a lot more heavy on the top.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
So, now, I mean, so far, touring so far, that I might need to change that in the future. I don't know. We'll see. But I am excited about it. That it actually took root, because I tried I don't know, like 6 tanks in here with Monstera. All the other ones died. This is the first
Oh,
one that
man.
it actually took off. So
I've lost a lot of pothos somehow. Like I'll buy like a big basket of pothos,
Mhm.
and some of it takes and some of it doesn't.
it's kind of weird.
Yeah, Monstera likes to be neglected.
Yeah.
For the most part. And then you start giving it attention and it'll grow like you wouldn't believe.
How did you get that? Did you tie a knot somewhere in it?
It's a section of air hose.
Right.
You can cut it
Go
to
on.
whatever length you want, right?
Right.
standard. And this is one of those, you can buy packs of these suction cups.
Kind of
Right.
like for Christmas lights.
Well, they're made for air hose. So normally inside your tank to route your air hose, it would clip in there like that, right?
Right.
Okay. So there's two clips. Sorry for my shaking. This is
No,
a
you're
lot
good.
better than normal,
Right.
right? So you take the end of the air hose and stick it over one end, like that,
Oh, hey.
and then curve it over and stick it on the other side, and it kind of folds. But if you push on it, or if it's longer, it
Right.
actually makes a loop.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you can
And
cut
you
your
can-
air hose
You could
to the
like
length.
actually put one side on, get your plants in there, and wrap it around. Wrap the hose around your stems, and then hook it on the other end, and then just suction cup it.
I
to,
never would have thought of that.
Yeah,
And,
Works
and what
great.
you could do is take a hot glue gun and put a little drop on each side of it.
you could, but it sticks just fine, man. You
It-
really don't need glue, and if you
Okay.
use glue, it makes it harder to take apart.
Right.
But right now, it will hold.
And certain
fine.
temperatures will make the glue not hold anymore.
True.
I don't have a whole lot of luck using hot glue in an aquarium. For
No.
some reason, once it hits the water, it doesn't hold very long.
Right.
But
Huh.
at least with these that we got, maybe there's other ones that aren't as wide of a clip,
Right.
but the clips are just perfect. If you slide that over there, you slide the end of the hose over one of the clips, it holds really well.
That's cool. Since you mentioned it, that's something to show you.
I've never they have those I've never tried the Potho stuff. I've just only ever used those zip ties and the suction cups so far. And actually once I used some wire and I just bent it and it was really kind of precarious.
Do you want to show the plant holders? Other than what this one is?
You could. Those are different though.
Yeah. I know they're different. But they might
God.
work for someone else other than what you showed them.
3D printed ones?
The black ones.
They're all black.
So I guess we're watching Jake and Katie walk around. Kind of cool.
It's got junk in there. I can't pull them apart.
I had to get up and got something. Because since we're talking about airline holders, I got something to show y'all. While Katie's going to find that, it's the same idea, but it's a suction cup.
Magnet.
It's magnetic.
Cool. I didn't know those existed.
But now you do.
That's cool.
Anyways, I had to show y'all.
This is the one you. This is the one you wanted to show.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to hold it over my mixing board and drip water on it. So.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a plant holder. Is that 3D printed or no?
No, this one is not.
No. Okay.
But there's a couple different. You can. The clips that go on the back.
Yeah.
They hold over the ridge of the tank. There's a couple different sizes this one came with, but they're still too small. Like even on a 40 breeder or bigger, the rim of the tank is too wide for it to sit on there nicely. It works better on the 10s up to like a 29.
Right.
Is
So,
the length between here.
do they make ones for the Aquarion tanks, like the 75-gallon tanks?
Probably. The ones we have, it won't fit on a 75.
Right.
Like the ridge is too wide.
These are Timu.
Oh, of course.
Just to
No,
try them.
Right. And what's the price on those? You know?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Not very expensive. I think it was only like
There's one of those
$2.
you like buy a bunch of stuff in a row and to make a deal. So I don't remember.
Right.
I think it was under $3.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. Before we get into talking about a guest, let's go ahead and welcome everybody into the live stream. There's been a lot of people chatting already, and I don't want people to feel like they're not being heard or seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
True.
So
I talk
let's
too
go get
much.
if you do, what about the vibes guy? Okay. There's 18 participants. HHD, Skate Nona, Wayway, Lumi, The Money Left Maven, Shirley, Power Aquatics, Fishwit, Just One More Fish, MNC Aquatics, Stephen P, Seville Steve, MS Aquaskipping, Fisham Link, Gina's Reef, Craig's Catfish Cave, Big Steve, Skipper's Aquariums, and VCO Aquatics. Welcome in, y'all.
Welcome.
And since we do have a special guest in, hey, I'll be honest with y'all. I know who Mel is a little bit, but not really. I've only seen her in the chat a lot, so I want to know what she keeps, etc. You know, and start thinking about y'all because we'll be doing the vibe check here in the near future. So start thinking about it. That way, when that comes along, you have questions.
You want to know what I keep?
Yeah, how many aquariums do you have?
I got 3 tanks up and going and 1 tote so far.
So how many gallons is that?
My biggest one is the 40 breeder, and then I got 2 10s, and I don't know. It's like a medium-sized tote. I don't know how many gallons it is.
And according to what I see, the ones behind you are planted. So is that kind of your theme?
What did you say?
I was just saying, looking at your aquarium behind you and the planted. So is that your main theme for the hobby? Is planted aquariums?
Yeah, I can't do not planted. Even like my quarantine tanks end up becoming planted aquariums somehow. Yeah.
Go ahead. So the one behind you on your I'm looking at you to be on your left side. The one with the look like a swordtail in the middle.
There's a breeding group of calico koi swordtails, 1 angelfish, a group of 7 pandagoras, a bunch of cory cats, a pair of golden wonder killies, and a bunch of balloon mollies and some autocinchlas.
Nice. So what's your favorite fish as of right now?
Favorite fish that I keep?
Yeah, and then the one that you don't keep.
And that's a hard question. I think it's a tie between my angelfish and my pandagoras.
Nice.
That I don't keep. I'm not even allowed to have it in the U.S. I really want a rainbow snakehead.
Ooh.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Like worth leaving the U.S. over bad. Like,
so what we're hearing is you might be visiting Craig Catfish Cave, huh?
Might
he
have
have
over,
one? He has one
over in
of those?
Australia. No, I'm just out of the U.S. Maybe Australia.
I would love to go to Australia.
Same here. I always thought Australia would be a cool place to go. If I had
Oh
a
yeah,
choice
instead of
going
random
to a
deer,
different
you just get
country,
random kangaroos.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
That'd be
how
my
long?
first choice of a foreign country I'd go to would probably be Australia.
Nice. Hey,
Not a
welcome in,
bad choice.
Stan, and welcome back, Skipper Aquariums. How long have you been in the hobby?
Maybe 3 years, going on 3,
And
so not too
what?
long.
So what started it all for you, if I may ask?
I got a beta, and then one beta turned into 2 betas,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there I kind of branched out.
Cool. So what? How did you find the fish fam? Was it by mistake or?
Lots and lots of YouTube videos and researching what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I came across some live streams and started participating in the chat and just kind of branched out from there.
Nice. So, what YouTuber has really influenced your decisions in the hobby?
Well, I think I started on a lot of aquarium co-op, trying to figure out what I was doing with the plants and stuff, and cycling the tanks with plants. And instead of like, I never wanted to do the like put a bunch of food or ammonia in the tank to get it cycled. So I went with the cycle it with plants thing, and fish and cycling and stuff like that. So I went with aquarium co-op first, and then from there I went to LRB, and then from there Alex Fishery.
Nice.
Probably my biggest influences.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you feel? But since you've been in the hobby now 3 years or so, do you feel like you made it to the mountaintop, or you still feel like you're?
Oh no, I'm still figuring a lot out. The thing about the planted tanks is like I feel like it'll be going fine, and then I'll forget to be consistent about something, or something will change. Like it's always changing, and it's just figuring out how to keep up with it. But I mean, so far I've been pretty lucky. Like I haven't dealt with like real cloudy water, like algae outbreaks or anything that people say that they like go through at the beginning. Not even like diatoms or anything. Like it's just always so far gone pretty smooth. Knock on wood. But I'm still trying to figure out the plants, to be honest.
Right. I mean, what I can see, look like you got it figured out.
Well, I mean, if you look close, I've been dealing with like stunted growth in a lot of them. They're not as big as they should be, or they're misshapen, and I have hard water but not enough calcium, so I'm still like working on getting it all dialed in for sure. That and playing with different lights and stuff. And
so, do you use any CO2 or fertilizer?
oh no, no CO2, fertilizer, either Easy Green or Thrive, and then well, I have both Easy Green and Thrive liquid in both of their root tabs. But like I said before, it's about my biggest problem is like being consistent and sticking to it. So I talked to Stephen P, and I'm supposed to be I've been pretty good, but about doing the weekly water changes and stuff. Cause for a while there, I wasn't doing weekly water changes. Like I would go a month, and like the fish are fine. It's just more about like the plants and getting them what they need.
Right.
I think, but I'm supposed to be doing weekly water changes and dosing fertilizer after that. I'm trying to be good about it.
I mean, you sure have fooled me. I mean, it looks good. So
Looks
is there a
really good.
special lighting?
I think we're all our own worst critics.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a special lighting that you use?
So my favorite light that I've come across so far that I use is the Fluval 3.0. I don't think so far I haven't been convinced to try the new 4.0.
Mhm.
That one's my favorite. I have my favorite budget light is that I use is the Higer 957. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to um to program, but once you get it, it's like really easy. It's just not very intuitive. Um,
Right.
but I can definitely set it and forget it. And I feel like it's the best budget light strength wise for the price that you're going to get closest to the 3.0 without paying a whole buttload of money. But then I also got the co-op light, which is not my favorite. Like it's a good light, but um I really value the ramp up and ramp down feature,
Mhm.
and being able to set the timer on them is nice.
Nice. Nice.
But
Hey,
those are the
Barbs,
only three
I'll
lights I
be
have.
right back. I
Huh?
got to disappear for a moment, but I'll be right back. I'm still on.
All right. Okay.
Don't cry. I'll be
Uh,
right
I,
back.
I'm trying to control my emotions.
It'll be okay. Vibes.
Actually,
Welcome.
I don't think I've done no plants yet.
Yeah. Hey, welcome in Stephen P, Sonny G, Stan Pittman. And if I missed you guys, my apologies. I'm gonna try a little bit more hard tonight to basically communicate with the guest and not as much as the chat. Because in the past, I feel like I've kind of failed in that issue, so I want to do better in that part. Roger Quiet, welcome in. So if you could tell yourself basically from today, 3 years ago, what would you do differently if you could?
Well, I would probably when I first started, I went with straight gravel. I think like the majority of people do.
Right.
And then I from there I just poured a whole bunch of sand on top of it for whatever reason because I wanted to switch, but I was too worried about totally taking it all out. But I probably tell myself to start with, because I like the plants and the live plants, I'd probably tell myself just to research, what your plants are going to need before just going out and buying a tank and just dumping whatever rocks are in there. Because I definitely regretted the gravel after a while. I'd probably tell myself just to start with some kind of aqua soil and sand.
Mm-hmm. Is there a certain brand that you would encourage for the aqua soil?
I've only used Stratum so far, so I can't really like say for anything else, but so far so good with the Stratum. And sand. The sand that I use is awesome because you don't like even have to wash it, and like I just pour it right in and it doesn't even cloud the water like at all for whatever reason. I think it's called Aqua Naturals. Um,
Aqua Naturals.
yeah, it's triple kiln dried. Hold on, I got a bag of it right here.
Ooh. It's exciting, y'all.
And I'm back. Okay.
Oh, long time no see. Where you been?
Yep, Aqua Naturals. I used it once and then I kept using it because I can literally pour this stuff like straight in the tank and not worry about it. It goes right to the bottom.
What's the color?
Well, it's black, but it's like sparkly black. Like it's triple washed and kiln dried. It says they call it Galaxy Black.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually looking it up on Google.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm lazy, so I don't want to have to wash a whole bunch of substrate. So
Right.
you can just pour it in and you're fine.
Yeah, I've actually not. If you're pouring into water, it's one thing, but I've aquascaped tanks with just regular play sand, no issue. By basically scaping it,
Was it
sand away-
awful?
Huh?
The play sand?
No, just regular
No.
from the Lowe's or whatever, the regular 50 pound bag of it, whatever. Put it in, fill with water, no issue, nothing, not even cloudy one bit.
Really?
Yeah. Now, but if you're adding it to water, it'll definitely cloud it up, probably. But adding water later,
Right.
not one bit.
Yeah.
Actually, the tank behind the camera, it's 20 gallon long. It's aquascaped with a Gudea, it's a split fin. And I did it all one day, no issue. There was a little of a haze right in the first, 5-10 minutes after
Right.
adding water, but it was gone.
Yeah, this stuff you can straight pour right through the water column and it
Yeah,
just
see, yeah.
settles.
Now, actually, that's what maybe that'll be my next take on.
It
Maybe I
comes
do
in
another
all
one.
kinds of colors. Like there's a lot of choices. Aqua Naturals, all different grain sizes and colors and stuff.
Right. So yeah, I definitely need to try it again, the play sand, and do it with water in the tank and see. That way people can see the difference. Now, it depends on the tank you have and the filtration. If you have a canister filter, if it's 6 canister on it, I mean,
Blowing it around.
yeah, it's going to clean it up no time at all. No issue. But
Right.
that's cool.
I
So
haven't tried a canister filter yet. I don't think I mean I guess I could on the 40 breeder, but I haven't tried it yet. I just picked up the new Aqua Clear. I have a Tidal running on it and 2 sponge filters right now, but I wanted to try the new Aqua Clear. See if I like it better than the Tidal or not.
yeah,
Because I figured I'd answer that question for myself.
now I'm excited to hear what your opinion is about that, because I thought about trying it out, but I'm a little nervous. Aqua Clear, the new one.
Yeah, well, I bought one of the old ones. Like I had never used them before. I bought one of the old ones for one of my 10 gallons. Like the new one had come out, but it hadn't quite come out yet. Like it came out, but it wasn't easy to get, I guess, yet.
Mhm.
Or it wasn't on Amazon. Let's put it that way.
Right,
And so I got one of the old Aqua Clears, and I'm not having any of the issues. Like, and I've had it for probably like 6 months now, and I haven't had any of the issues. Like the lid isn't rattling, like none of the issues people complain about with it yet. But so I figured I'd try one of the new ones and see.
Yeah. Now I did get to touch one, the Aquashella Daytona back.
I saw that, yeah.
Now, so that I got first hand look at it, but I didn't get to actually give it a try, so I can't give. Yeah. Now
Well,
I do know the
haven't
old.
opened it yet, so maybe I'll unbox it.
Yeah. Do it. Do it on video. I want to see it.
Yeah, I got to do that, and I'm gonna rescape this big tank behind me. I'm gonna rescape that and put that on the channel, and then I got another 10 gallon I got to rescape too.
Hey, moderators, you mind finding her channel and putting a link to her channel in the chat? Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Hey, Lance, welcome in. Did I miss anyone else coming in?
Katie had to
Jeremy?
go to bed.
I
Uh-oh.
can't read the chat. Well, I
It's
can read the
sleepy
chat,
time.
but it's difficult for me to read the chat. So,
Yeah.
blanket
No.
hellos to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Now, if there's something important, I'll bring it up on panel. You can see it. But yeah.
Ron wanted
Oh.
to know what sand I used without washing in the video. I can show it, but I don't think that it really depends on regional areas. I don't know where they
Yes.
get their sand from. So if you can find the brand, and I'll show you it, but if you can find it, it may not be the same.
Right.
And what I wanted to show in that video above anything was how you fill the tank with sand in it. Makes a
Yes.
huge difference. Because I've used the same sand and filled it up the wrong way, and it was cloudy for days.
Yeah.
But I'll show it for Ron if I may, Vibes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because I want to see it too.
It's a
Yeah,
heavy bag.
mainly I tried that sand because, like I said, I started with gravel, and I didn't want to totally like swap the substrate out, and so I wanted to be able to pour the sand on top. So I found that I could pour the sand right through the water column with no cloudiness, no issues. So I stuck with it.
I use a party cup, a red Solo cup.
Mhm.
I'll scoop a big thing of it if I have to put it in after the water's already full, like you said,
Right.
and just kind of keep my
Cup it.
hand over it and lower it very gently so as not to kick up anything, and slowly pour it out. But it always kicks up silt,
Mhm.
the stuff that I have.
I was just taking fistfuls out of the bag and just like dropping it in the water. Yeah.
Right.
I haven't tried that yet, but
But it
Eventually
definitely
would
matters like
settle.
what you're using. I think if you're gonna do that.
yeah.
Right.
All right, let me grab it.
Okay.
I'm
And there's
taking
the
the
link
headphones off.
for Fishcapade Productions. Mail is. If you have not subscribed to her, are you even in the hobby yet?
Do what?
Seriously. No. I'll tell everybody in the chat. If they haven't subscribed to you, are they even in the hobby yet?
Right.
I mean, the legendary. I mean, okay, let's put this on full screen. There we go. Play Sand by North Rock. Okay, yeah, I have not seen that brand here in my area.
That's the play sand.
Yeah. Half cubic foot. Cool.
That's a big bag.
And that probably cost them probably $5, probably something like that. I'm guessing.
I really like using botanicals. I keep like a big old drawer full of every kind of botanical I can find.
And how often do you replace that?
Whenever I see them, like the leaves go skeletal, I'll just put a new one in.
So do you remove the old one or you leave it in?
Do what?
I was wondering if the old one that just skeleton, do you leave it in the tank or do you pull it out?
Sometimes I'll pull it out. I pull it out eventually, probably, I would say, but I don't like immediately. Like sometimes they'll be in there a while, and I don't think you have to. I just do it to make room for new leaves because of like how many plants I have. So like when I put some of these leaves are so big, they'll cover like a bunch of the plants. They'll cover light. So like I really only do it to make room for more leaves sometimes.
What you could do is cut them up.
Yeah, but I like the look of the whole leaf in there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, no, that's cool. I actually was doing that for a while, but actually, yeah, y'all can't see it, but behind that sign, the Vibes Aquatic sign, that's a 90-gallon tank. That one, I do want to get that thing back and escaped to a planted tank with tannins. That's my goal. Right now, that's a peacock tank, cichlid tank, which I'm not a fan of. So, anywho, we ain't talking about that.
I'm trying to remember you. I know you had cichlids. I can't remember if you have a lot of planted tanks or not. I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah. Mel doesn't know who Vibes is. This is awesome.
Mel has a horrible memory.
Oh, bummer.
It might be time for a vibes check.
Yep.
You mean for Vibes? Oh, no.
Vibes check.
Hey, Daniken. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Kenny, did I run over your live stream? My apologies, Kenny, if I did. Because he was doing water changes.
He was going to do a long one. I was in there for a while. And I caught a clip of the McCracken.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone enables clips on their live stream and you do something silly and I'm in the chat, you're going to bet that I'm going to take a clip of it. Because it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll send you it later, Vibes.
Okay. Cool.
Kenny McCracken.
No. Actually, Mel, you go ahead, Jake.
Well, I was going to send it to Kenny, and I have a few Kens on my phone. I sent it to a Ken Larson. But Kenny's last name, well, I don't know if I should say it on here, but it starts with an E. And I realized I sent it to the wrong Ken. The Ken I sent it to was, I happen to have him as a contact because he's the chief service manager at one of the Ford dealerships in a town here. And he probably doesn't even remember who I am because it's been a while since I spoke to him, and I just happen to have it on there. And I tried to say, I'm sorry, wrong Ken, and it was blocked. He blocked me after, I sent the McCracken video.
He's probably very confused.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, anyways, back to your question, Mel. I did got a couple of Planet Tanks, but most of those, none of y'all see them. Because you won't say it probably. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. Hey, well, remind me backstage after the live stream, and I can get a sneak peek of it.
I had a feeling I couldn't remember seeing you with any Planet Tanks.
Yeah, and let's keep it that way. Vibes doesn't. Yeah.
You can do it.
Anywho, what time is it, Jake?
Skipper said that he sent it to Daniken for me. Here in the central time zone, it is 10 o'clock. 5 seconds after 10 o'clock, according to my clock on the wall. 10 p.m.
That means it's time to do a plug, huh?
Plug time.
For those that don't know, there's something coming up pretty soon.
Plug time.
Like a week.
Oh, the beauty in the air.
If you missed that,
Oh, the beauty in the air. Oh, the beauty in the air. Oh.
It sounded like this. Oh, the beauty in the air.
uh-huh. Anyways, there's an
Pretty
auction
close.
Next Saturday on Stephen P's channel. And
I can't wait.
it's gonna be for the Foxy and Brian wedding.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And about that, it depends on how it goes. I might even skip the live stream from that evening.
I might just spend all the money I have. I hope not.
So does that mean that the Clash, everybody's going to spend the money at the auction and won't be able to afford to travel?
Well, you got to balance it out.
Hey, I do want to shout out Alex, Fathom Aquatics. He's the author of this plug. You got to plug in.
Alex
Yeah.
does a good job.
Yeah. So, Jake, you got any plugs to shout out?
I don't. They're all plugged in right now.
That's good. It's good. How about you, Mel?
Plugs? I'm drawing a blank.
Any big news? Anything that you want to announce?
Big news. Any big news?
Yeah.
Um, well, I got the biggest batch of swordtail fry, I think, yet. I can't even count them all, but my guess is like 50, and they're all in a 10-gallon. So I'm kind of
Ooh.
I'm on a timer, so I'm sending them out to some people because I probably won't have the grow out space.
Hey, welcome in, Jeff Boham and KSC. Good to see y'all.
I did have a plug vibes.
Go ahead.
Can I do a shameless plug?
A
Yeah.
shameless
You
plug.
invited.
Is it really shameless? Go
Well,
ahead.
So we do a live stream every Monday, right? Katie and I. Sometimes it's just me. I made a promise last Monday that I would play guitar on our live stream. And I'm nervous about it because I don't know. Anyway, I promised like 5-6 times in a row to June, and people were asking me to do it. So next Monday, it's called The Concert. Case of the Mondays, this Monday is going to be mostly me sitting on a stool with my guitar, playing it and singing. And we'll see if we can get some YouTube copyright strikes against us. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. It sounds interesting. Can't wait. It's going to be good.
We'll see.
And nothing else-
I'm not allowed to talk badly about myself. That was the one thing Katie said. I can't say that I suck or anything like that.
Hey, Katie, by the way, Katie, I agree with you this time. You're right on the target. Actually, that's a country for all of us. Not only just Jake or myself, I'm talking about all of us. We need to stop writing ourselves down.
Exactly.
I'm probably one of the worst ones out there that do that.
Well, I do that thing too, and it's like people want to. I'm just going to do this because people wanted me to, and I'm about to prove them how much I'm very bad at playing guitar. I want to prove it, how bad I am, and also on top of that, it's also since the last Monday where I promised that, and throughout this week, I want to do something different for our live stream because of Shady Grady.
Yeah.
And I'll just bring that up real shortly.
I appreciate
I don't know what else to do
it.
to memorialize that. So it'll be a fun time. We're going to talk about stuff. We're going to deal with stuff on our live stream with it. It may not be super happy time, but
Right.
it's going to be a mixture of being happy, hanging out. I'll play some songs for you guys and we'll talk about it. And we're going to deal with the emotions involved in that. So
You're awesome, Jake. You got this. Hey, welcome in, Ben Sharp. And we picked up something. Who else did I miss? Aquatic Moose. I said hi to Rachel and Danica and Essie Casualis and Jeff and KSC. Yeah. Anyways. How was Mill tonight? That's Jeff Boham.
I can't complain. I wish it was still storming.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been storming like every day here for 3 days.
So
But,
has that?
lightning strikes and stuff. Lightning.
Yep. No change in the Corys though.
Yeah. But has that affected on your outlook on life, your mood,
Has it affected what?
your outlook on life, and your happiness?
Storms?
Yeah. Has the storms affected?
Storm.
Okay, so in other words, you're in a better mood because of the storms.
Yep. I'd say that's fair.
Good, good. All
I
right.
can't wait to hear thunderstorms around here. It's always a happy feeling for me to finally hear thunder
It's
and to see
relaxing.
lightning. I love it.
You must live in Ohio. My pavement core spawned like 2,000 eggs low.
Yep, definitely in Ohio.
And Skipper asked, what swordtails does Mel have?
Calico Koi Swordtails. Or I guess some people also call them Sanke.
Mm-hmm.
2 names, same fish.
So is Mel planning to attend any conventions this year? Fish conventions?
I really want to go to the Clash. Trying to get there. I feel like it'd be the perfect first Clash with the wedding and everything.
Mm-hmm. No,
Other than that, I don't know.
I'm excited, but also I'm a little nervous.
What, for the Clash?
Yeah, for myself. And most of y'all probably don't realize it, but Vibes gets nervous in crowds.
I wouldn't have guessed that from your video. What video was that? You said you were messing with the Aqua Clear. I saw that one.
Yeah, but see,
You were at an event, but I don't remember which one.
that was Aquashella Daytona.
Yeah, I've
The-
never been to an event yet, or even a swap.
Oh, wow. So,
Yeah,
you know what? It'd be really cool if you could make it to Texas. There's 2. There's one, Aquashella Dallas, May 17th, 18th, and then the Lone Star Kids Convention in San Antonio in June the 12th to the 15th.
yeah. I know there's like a whole bunch of different events and stuff, and Cincinnati has a lot of, or has a good aquarium club and a lot of things to do too. I just haven't gone yet. I don't know, but I think the biggest ones are never here in Cincinnati, like Aquashella and the Clash, and what is it, Bendig.
Yeah.
All things are on my list, but I think the Clash is like the biggest one I'm going to try to get to this year.
It's too bad, Mel, that you don't try to come to the Wisconsin Fish Fam cookout. It's a little ways.
Wisconsin, you said?
Can you get? How long is it for you to get to central northern Wisconsin?
I couldn't tell you if I wanted to.
Is that further than getting to a Clash?
Probably
Well,
not further.
There's
I don't know.
Chicago has the Clash, so that'd be a lot quicker.
I think
probably.
Chicago's like 6 hours or so. Last I took a bus once to Chicago. It took 8 hours by bus.
Okay, and we're probably another 6 or 7 hours, maybe 6 hours from Chicago. Man,
There is a OCA in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, the OCA, there was the ACA. I did actually, I went to the ACA very briefly, but it was like nobody there really when I went. It actually ended up being only like 15 minutes for me when I went. But I didn't stay for like I didn't really know anybody there.
yeah.
Where'd Vibes go? Did we lose Vibes?
He's always around. He'll disappear like that. Probably a potty break.
Probably.
So did everyone hit the like button and all that jazz? You know, we were supposed to go to the fish swap That's in East Meloine. Meloine? I don't know. The Quad City Fish Swap, where Jeff Kane is at and Curtis is at, Foxy and Peplin, all those. And I'm jealous because they were sending me pictures, and even though I asked for the pictures, I'm still jealous by seeing it. And I'm hoping that one of them are watching. I was hoping that one of them would want to come up. But I don't see anybody in chat yet to do that. They're probably just having a blast.
Yeah, I just don't travel very much.
Neither do we, especially since we had the baby. It's like more difficult even that. But I
Right.
didn't travel much before that either.
Right. I don't know. I hear mixed things about Aquashella though. I hear like it's almost like too big or something. Like I forget what they're saying. Like
I've
it,
heard that too.
yeah, like it was almost too like commercialized or something. I heard somebody say like it was just totally different from like stuff like the
Yeah.
Clash and
I've always heard the Clash is where it's at, to have people show up, real hobbyist content creators, mostly like
Yeah.
YouTube community stuff like we're used to. And I really wanted to go to that too. But I just, right now with having a little one, it's not in the cards. Unfortunately.
oh, Andy's back.
He's back.
I lost connection, y'all. My apologies.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I know we're having a little bit of storms outside, but I don't think it was that bad. Sorry, y'all.
It'll happen.
Can you
His
hear me?
vote
Okay?
was you made a potty break. That was his vote.
Yeah. Just say you had to pee. You don't have to make up stuff about storms.
Bummer. Yeah. No, that it's all good. Yeah. Hey, for those that never live stream, go ahead and give it a try. Live streams are hilarious. You never know what might happen. Anywho,
Live streams are fun.
anyways,
I can see that. Like, go off stage, mow down like a pint of cottage cheese, and get back on.
just one pint.
Well, ration it out, I guess, depending on how long you're planning on streaming.
Fair enough. Awesome, Lumi. The water pump works. Awesome.
I had some problems with the FX6.
Oh,
Last night I had to take it all apart. When I opened the lid, it had like a zillion baby snails all on the inside of the lid.
uh-huh.
I think it clogs up. I had too tight a filter through the middle,
Right.
and it got all clogged up. And at least it shuts down instead of burns out the motor, which is
Right.
kind of nice about those.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, okay, it was shut down mode.
It's
But-
a safety precaution.
Yeah, but then I don't know it shut down until I come out here and see the tank is all cloudy and looks like crap.
You're right. See,
You know what,
What-
Vaj? You asked me a question earlier. You said, what would I tell myself now? Like my
Mhm.
past self that just started in the hobby. Start with a Python, skip the buckets. I spent like the first year and a half to, the majority, almost 2 years with buckets and a hose and no Python.
Mhm.
And I finally bought the Python. Thank God.
Hey, Mel.
So is most
That's
most
awesome.
everyone uses a Python, you hook it to a sink.
Yeah.
I still use a hose and a bucket on my 10-gallon with the shrimp in it, just because I'm worried about the shrimp. But that's not a big deal. It's like this 40 breeder where I'm doing 1 gallon, filling it 1 gallon at a time, and draining it 5 gallons at a time.
All of my tanks are located in a building without running water or a drain.
Nice.
So I don't know if a python will help me. I really wish. You're gonna have to get
yeah.
running water.
What I do, I use a big pump to pump water out. Then I got I know it's the same hose, but it's not. It's a different connector. Which hey, I got it videoed. I just didn't put it out how I did it. But it's connected to the sink, and I use it to fill the tank up again. So without that, I'd probably get out of the hobby now. Without that,
Yeah.
We take water out and use it to fill plants up with water the plants, and then try to top them off the best we can.
Mm-hmm.
Was always using 5-gallon pails till we got these babies.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
So now I can keep some water in here. It makes it easier.
Right. Now, I'm going to have to start storing water again here in the next month or so, because the water here in Texas, okay, right here in Central Texas, Austin area, the water in the middle of summer is too hot to do a water change coming out of the tap.
Man.
Even on cold?
Yeah, it's like 92 degrees at the coolest.
What?
So it's like we're having a boil, y'all.
So you can't even get like a cold glass of water out of the sink?
Nope.
What? Man,
Remind me
even
not
in
to
the
live in
summertime,
Texas.
we run it for a couple seconds and it comes out ice cold.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I did got
Nikes.
a cooler for water over here for drinking. Now that's cold water comes out, but it's a chiller though. But yeah, for drinking purposes. Hey, you know what? Why couldn't I hook that up and use it for water changes? No, because it probably wouldn't cool it fast enough. But yeah, but no. Now I have done it in the past in summertime. Do water changes at night, and it gets down to about 85 degrees.
That's not too bad.
No, that's bearable. Yeah.
Can
But,
you put it in a temporary container like something
Yeah.
like these and let it
I have.
acclimate?
Yeah, but that's a pain. I'm too lazy for that.
Oh,
So, but yeah. Cool, y'all. CC, welcome in. Aqua Escape. Yeah. Now, what I do for mine, the pump, it pumps water out to the ponds, outdoor ponds. I got like 5 ponds out there. So whenever I do water changes, which water isn't very nasty per se, so instead of just dumping it down the drain, I put it out to the pond, and then from the pond to the plants. So reuse, repurpose. Yeah, we drink bath water in the summer. Refreshing. Stephen P.
hmm.
Okay. I think it's that time. We won't be too late because Mill's gonna beat me up, and I'm afraid Vibes is gonna be handle it. So.
She's gonna reach right through the
Mm-hmm.
the windows here.
Yeah.
Like I can almost touch Eddie here, but
Mm-hmm.
No, mine's backwards. Yeah, works better for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scratch your head, dude. You're gonna feel it.
Ah, it feels good though. Anyway,
You're welcome.
Without further ado, y'all.
Vibes check.
Vibe check. Yeah, this is a fun kind of get to know Mel, and actually at the end of the vibe check, we'll have Mel kind of get back at me and Jake. How about that? A little bit. So,
Vibes check.
So, starting it off, tacos or pizza?
Pizza.
Taco pizza.
Taco pizza.
There you go. There you go. Burgers or pizza?
Burgers.
Burgers.
Burgers. Okay. A Whataburger or McDonald's?
The first one.
So, have you had Whataburger?
Nope, but anything but McDonald's is good.
Oh,
Probably.
I agree.
I think we got a great team on here tonight, y'all. They're all for Whataburger.
I don't think they have them here.
No, I think I know they have one in Kansas City. Other than that, maybe in Alabama. I'm not sure. It just been in the past couple of years.
McDonald's is the only fast food joint we have in this little tiny town, and I haven't been there for years.
That's unfortunate. The thing about McDonald's that puts me off is like their food doesn't do what food should do. Like when you leave it out, it doesn't mold, it just turns into plastic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's
Sounds
fine.
good.
I've got many things to say about McDonald's, but I probably won't right now.
Fries or tots? Says Rachel.
French fries.
Cooked
Ooh.
any way I want.
Ooh.
Cooked
Yeah.
any way I want. Tots.
Ooh.
But I've never met a bad potato.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Pancakes or French toast?
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Probably still pancakes.
Yeah, because you can put like fried eggs on top of pancakes. I don't know if you
See,
know
I was
that.
thinking more blueberries or like fruit and whipped cream. But I guess you
Yeah.
could do that to waffles.
You ever put like regular fried eggs with runny yolks on top of your pancake stack?
I have.
And then just like stab them, stab
No,
until all
no.
the yolk pours through it all. It's wonderful.
I've done that to burgers. Fried
Have
eggs
you
on
done-
burgers.
Yep. We've got a Farmer John burger at Katie's dad's restaurant. It's got
Nice.
the fried egg on there.
So, have you tried ice cream on the pancakes?
Mm,
No, and I'm shocked I haven't because I have a problem and it's called ice cream. I
Well,
eat like
there
an
you
entire
go.
tub every 2 days.
It's amazing, y'all. You have your stack of pancakes, then you have whatever toppings you want, fruit or whatever. Then,
You gotta eat it real fast before it melts.
but that actually the melting part is kind of adds to the enjoyment. It's kind of creamy, really good, very healthy, y'all.
we use an ice
I'll have
cream
to remember
scoop
that.
for the butter. Ice cream
French
scoop
toast,
butter.
says Daniken.
Ice cream pancakes. Okay.
I'm gonna have to try it now.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Waffle House or Denny's?
I've never been to a Waffle House, so I would only have to say Denny's because it's the only place I've been to.
I've been to both. We have a Waffle House here, but I've been to Denny's in other places. I don't know. Denny's has like more of a variety, I feel like, than Waffle House. So I'd probably have to pick Denny's.
I've been to an IHOP. Does that count?
I love IHOP.
IHOP, Denny's, and Waffle House. Actually, all three of them. It depends on the town.
We have IHOP and Waffle House, but not at Denny's.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to an IHOP in Kentucky, and I went out for a smoke after I ate, and all the workers were out there, and they were like amazed that I was in a shorts and a t-shirt. And it was like 60 degrees out, and they're all wearing parkas and stuff. And they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Wisconsin." "Oh, y'all from Wisconsin?" And no wonder you're wearing sandals and shorts.
Mm-hmm. Donkin says pancake with pecan pie filling on top fresh made with ice cream on top. Yum.
Oh man.
That sounds awesome.
That does. That's what. Now that's new for me. I need to give that a try. The pecan pie feeling. Woo. Okay, moving on. A fried egg. Over easy. Over hard.
I'm not a huge fan of eggs,
Oh,
like by themselves.
so you,
I'd go over hard, then over easy. Usually I'll ask over medium or scrambled.
mhm. Steak or fish?
Steak.
Ribeye or New York strip?
Mm.
Is filet mignon an option?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo!
Bacon wrapped.
She's
Bacon
stepping
wrapped.
right up there. Hey, Brent Lightcap from Quad Cities. Welcome in. Hey, Brenton, are you making sure that Skull is behaving himself?
Mm-hmm. A skull like do whatever skull wants to. I think.
Right, right. You ain't wrong about that. Anyway, moving on. Grilled steak or pan fried?
Grilled.
Grilled.
Yep.
And the sides are broccoli and mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Nice. And would that be fully loaded?
What'd you say?
The mashed potatoes. I was wondering if they would be fully loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Fully loaded. Mhm.
Yeah. Y'all might find it interesting, but I only heard about that in the past year or so.
No way.
Yeah. Now I know the baked potato I knew about, but it was just in the past year about the mashed potatoes. The same
You know
way.
You've been
what?
missing out.
Do you know
I
about
know.
twice baked vibes? Twice baked
No.
potatoes? Oh, it's
No.
really. You take a baked potato and you scoop out the middle, and
Okay.
then you make mashed potatoes out of that, and you put all of your goodies in there, and then you throw
Ooh.
it back into that potato shell, that baked potato shell that you just scooped out of it, and then you bake it again.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Twice baked
That's
potatoes.
interesting. I guess I need to give it a try.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Lance says steamed shrimp or fried shrimp.
Fried.
Right.
Free ride.
Fried or grilled shrimp.
Mm.
Grilled. Wait, is
Bacon
it
wrap.
fire?
What?
Like you said grilled, like fire grilled shrimp?
Yeah.
That one, yep.
I've never had shrimp on the Barbie before, so I don't have an answer between those.
What? It is mouthwatering.
I'm gonna
Asia
have to-
said, baking it twice doesn't it dry out?
not with enough butter and cheese and all the stuff you mix in there. And then you wrap
Fair
it in
enough.
tinfoil to lock in the moisture.
Twice baked potatoes are good. I'll vouch for
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite seafood.
What are seafood?
Favorite.
Favorite seafood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not big on seafood. Salmon, I guess. I like salmon or no, steelhead lake trout.
Which is very similar to salmon.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say
Uh,
shrimp. I don't like I walked into a Red Lobster once and I couldn't
Mhm.
stand the smell of it.
I've never been to a Red Lobster.
I haven't either. So we're
Some-
in the same boat. Is there one at the Clash? Maybe I need to check it out there, huh? Anyway, moving on. Pizza Hut or Papa John's?
Pizza Hut,
Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Domino's.
Yeah. Domino's always makes the huge pizzas too. You can get.
Okay. But now we're done with
makes
food.
a difference.
It's oh, okay. There's one more question about food. Chicken wings, flats or drum?
Drummies.
Drum.
Drum. Nice. Okay. Plane, train, or car for travel?
I hate all of those options.
Uh,
I
How about
prefer
bus?
the pogo stick or pogo ball.
Yeah. I guess I'll just pick a train because it's the least hated of all of them.
Okay. All right. Beachfront.
I'd like to drive
ahead.
it. I'd like to ride a train. You know, they have train rides in our town here because we're such a train town,
Yeah.
and I haven't been on it because it seems it's a tourist trap. But I'd like
Yeah.
to go on like a cross country train ride.
Do it. Do it. Okay. Beachfront or mountaintop?
Beachfront.
Sandals or flips?
What did you say?
Sandals or flips?
Flippy flops.
Sandals.
Sandals or Crocs?
Sandals.
Sandals or Hey Dudes?
Sandals are what?
Hey Dudes.
Oh. Probably still sandals.
Okay. Ocean or lake?
Lake.
Lake or pond?
Lake.
Lake or river?
River.
Okay.
River.
All right. So the way it sounds, she wants a sandy beach by a river, and she's gonna be wearing sandals, y'all. Right, moving on. A tent camping or RV camping?
Tent.
Propane cooking or over the campfire?
Campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Stainless steel skillet or cast iron?
Cast iron.
I like it. I like it. Bring in to eat or eat what you catch?
I don't think I've ever ate what I don't think I've ever done that. I'd probably just bring food.
Actually, that's a good point. I've done it once, and I don't want to do it again.
No, never again.
No, bring in 100% because whatever we caught turned to food, right? We ate everything, and I wasn't satisfied. I was hungry afterwards, so
Oh, was it like a tiny fish or something?
it was a
Yeah.
sunfish and it was a frog.
Well, I
So we
think
had
you
frog
should
legs?
do a little bit of both, you know.
Yeah,
Bring some back up, but try to eat what you catch, and then you can have some side
Or
dishes.
just bring really big bait and catch big fish.
true.
The last trip we went on, 4 of us got full up on the fish that we caught.
Nice.
It was great.
Yeah, that is a good point. Bring food along, but if you do catch, then you're good. But if you don't, you still got backup.
Right. Smart.
Exactly, Angel. It was a crappy night because we caught. I don't know. It was a 2 fish we caught, small ones, and like two frogs, and there were like 8 of us guys.
And it's really hard to catch Doritos, so I usually bring those.
Fair enough. Doritos.
Not a lot of Dorito trees to pick from.
Oh man, tell you what. One night camping, or a week of camping.
You said a weekend?
A week of camping or one night.
A week.
Alaska camping or Florida camping.
Alaska.
I like it. So, next question: hot or cold?
Cold, because you can always layer up. There's only so much you can take off when it's hot, you know?
I'm almost opposite on that. Like, I don't know. There's always the beads of sweat to keep you cool.
Right,
Yes.
but in the cold, you can start a fire, you can get extra blankets and just layer your clothing. But in the hot, like, there's only so much sweat, you know?
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
I mean, unless
That's
you're
true. I'm torn.
you got like a cold pool to jump into, and then you
Mhm.
know.
True. Okay, Lance has a question. Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast or dinner? Breakfast.
So, would you prefer dinner for breakfast or breakfast for dinner?
I've been known to do breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
Same here.
I've done leftovers for breakfast, but
Ooh,
Yeah, that too.
breakfast for
no.
dinner's always
I
good.
like ice cream for breakfast like an adult.
Yeah.
Like an adult. So,
Yeah.
huh. I like it. I like it.
Then you're gonna have to try that ice cream on pancakes thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
A breakfast for dinner is a treat, says Asia. YouTube or Instagram?
YouTube.
YouTube or TikTok?
YouTube. I don't do anything but YouTube. So
Oh, she's a diehard YouTuber, y'all.
I just I don't have
Jeez.
the time to worry about multiple platforms.
Yeah.
I like
Same.
your passion. Hey, vibes. You need to stop doing other content for other platforms and stick to YouTube only. That's it.
Pick one and stick to it.
I
Mhm.
like this. It will be much easier
Mm-hmm.
because actually for a while there, I was trying to post to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Whew, nightmare.
Yeah, I don't have the energy for all that.
All right. Swimming or skating?
Swimming.
Swimming or boating?
Swimming. I was
Ocean swimming? Right.
I was on swim team for a really long time, so
Nice. So, was you number one champion?
I was best in my league in the state for a while, but I never went that far.
Woo! Now look who's famous.
Not famous. Ohio famous maybe for like a year.
Number one.
Nice.
Number one. Number one.
Number one. That's awesome. I
Yes.
want to guess that. That's cool. Wow. So, if you wasn't in the aquarium hobby, what hobby would you be in?
I'd probably go back to horseback riding if I could afford it.
Nice. So,
I
did
used
you
to have
do?
3 horses, but they're just so darn expensive when you don't have like the land for them. I mean, even if you do.
Mhm.
I mean, not that fish keeping's cheap, but
You know. Fair enough. So, did you used to ride in like shows or rodeos and like that?
No, just mostly just trail riding. Me, horse, woods. I feel like competing almost took a lot of the fun out of it because I did it mostly to relax.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice, nice. So, what were the names of your horses?
Dandelion, Chance, and Blue.
Nice, nice.
I like dandelion. That's unique for a horse. I haven't heard that before.
That's so dandy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Dandy. It's a good horse name.
English or Western riding?
I did both, but I preferred Western.
Okay. So
Also
dress
bareback.
up? Nice. So did you dress up the whole Western
No.
style?
No,
Oh, come
I did.
on.
I owned one pair of chaps, but I like never wore them.
Mhm.
The thing with English riding, though, you gotta keep your butt off the saddle all the time. At least,
Yeah,
from what I've
Western's
seen.
more chill.
Mhm.
Right, right. I know. Being in Texas, I probably should do it more often. I haven't done it in probably 5 years.
Do you own a pair of cowboy boots? Being in Texas,
I only got like 3 pairs. Does that sound right?
I only have one pair.
Okay, I take it back. I got 3 pairs that I wear regularly. I got like 2 others that I'm not a fan of. But yeah. So do you
you ever
own
breed a horse?
me?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. But I'm that's not really my thing.
I
no.
think that like
Wow.
all Texans have to ride a horse within 6 months after they're born, or else they don't
Exactly.
get a birth certificate.
Thrown out of Texas if you don't.
Yeah.
Right. Hey Zen Ginger, welcome in. Now actually this year one of my goals is, since we're talking about riding, I want to ride a Longhorn.
You better put it on the channel, or it
Yeah.
never happened.
She's calling vibes out. I heard that. I got a
That's
buddy
a
here
good
local
idea.
that has Longhorns, so it might happen. Basically, okay, what started it all? Me and Craig, we had kind of like a debate going on, and basically the idea was if Vibes rides a Longhorn, he'll ride a kangaroo.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I know, right? So I got to do it because I want to see Craig ride a kangaroo. Let me
Craig
dope.
on a Craig on a Kinga.
But yeah, no. Usually they're
Bounce higher. Jump higher.
exactly. No, actually, there's usually a Longhorn or 2 in our parade. So
I feel like
So,
that's a decent trade-off.
yeah. So now maybe that'd be kind of cheating a little bit. Maybe if I get I know the guy who has them. So you know.
Yeah,
So-
Craig's got to go and catch one in the wild. 'Cause they're not.
Hey, that'd be dope.
Maybe there's kangaroo. There's got to be kangaroo farms.
You would think.
Yeah. I would say the equivalent for around here is if I gotta go find a white-tailed deer and jump on
Really?
top of it.
But isn't there farms out by y'all with deer?
Around, but I haven't seen them.
Because if you didn't know, I grew up in Iowa, and a lot of people there raised them deer. So
Yeah.
cool. Actually, that's a good question for Mel. What would fall under the Ohio State for animals besides horses to ride?
We don't have a whole lot that's big here that's wild, honestly. I mean, other than deer, I mean, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty boring here, actually, in Ohio. It's pretty boring.
I think each year the mosquitoes are getting bigger. Eventually, I think 10, 15 years, we'll be riding those.
Mm-hmm. So that'd be cool. Hey Mel, you definitely have to get that on video. You riding a mosquito.
I'll get right on that.
All right. So
Video or it didn't happen.
Don't hold your breath.
exactly. So what would you say that Ohio is known for?
Known for. Well, I think probably Buckeyes.
Hmm.
People think Ohio, they think Buckeyes usually here. Which is like, I don't know, I'm awful, but I'm pretty sure it's a type of seed or something. I don't know, it comes off of a tree.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty. I like going collecting them, but
Mhm.
Ohio has football, the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals, and a lot of football rivalry stuff, mostly with Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't really like sports, but other than those two things, I'd say it's pretty boring.
Right. Huh, I'm so sorry.
But boring is good. I like boring. Boring is very good. I'd rather be here than in Florida with like, 2 hurricanes back to back and everything else.
Right.
Uneventful is the way I like it.
Right. So what's one bucket list item?
Bucket list item.
Yeah.
In fish keeping? Just
Anything.
in general?
Yeah, in general.
In general. I want a jet ski.
Nice. Do it.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody, be sad on one. So
Right. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, welcome in, George RB3, and long coming show. Welcome in, y'all. So
my
what's one
title
thing?
has decided to start making noise.
Which one is
The
it?
thing with the skimmer on the titles about how they're like,
Yeah.
you need to top up your aquarium, and it just screeches at you.
Yeah.
It's that.
Mm-hmm. See, the way to prevent that is to have an end back, basically a sump, end back sump, basically in your aquarium. You would kind of like an overflow idea,
Right?
and that way the water is level is always full in the aquarium. Back in the corner,
haven't-
it might be low. Go ahead.
I've never done sumps yet.
Hey, it's not maybe give it a try.
There's just so much to do in this hobby. It's like you can do it forever and still have not done something.
I know, right? Yeah, there's a lot. I haven't even touched the surface of it, but yeah. So what was one thing about you that people would not guess about you?
I don't know.
Hey, Snack Pet. Hey, John, how you doing? Hey, John, you don't know who this lovely lady is on the screen is. She's awesome. This is Mel. Fish Capades.
I don't
Hey,
know. That's a hard one.
Mm-hmm. So what state haven't you been to that you really want to go to besides Alaska?
A state that I haven't been to that I want to go to.
Yeah.
Wyoming? Probably.
Good choice. Actually, I haven't been there either. It's just too far out there, I guess, as of now. Yeah, no, that's cool. Okay, back to the vibe check. We kind of skipped a little bit there. Favorite movie?
I gotta put water in this tank and appease the title. I can't wait to try that Aqua Clear.
Ooh, you got a
I
piece
feel like
of
it'll silence this issue.
Stephen Pay. Are you getting out of my guest? Hey, Stephen, do you want to join us? No.
No, Steven.
Little Stephen. No, I'm blessed to have had the chance to hang out with Stephen in person. He's actually pretty cool.
Steven and I were gonna hang out someday, and I can't wait. So we're gonna share a bottle. We're gonna talk about life's greatest mysteries.
Mm-hmm. The mystery of Vibes Aquatics eating cottage cheese.
Mm-hmm. See, I am pro cottage cheese, and he is not. So it would be an interesting discussion.
But what's hilarious, y'all? I can show up and get him to talk about cottage cheese. Isn't that kind of dope?
Yep.
So is that water or what is that? Well, she can't hear us. Or she can. She's busy.
I can hear you. Now I can.
Okay.
And it stopped.
Nice. So what kind of water is that? Just regular tap water, or is it something special?
Tap water in a 1 gallon jug. Fancy.
Ooh.
Yep.
Hashtag 1 gallon jugs, y'all.
Yeah.
We used to keep a ton of those.
But it
for a
silenced
long
the filter.
time.
Oh yeah.
It's not even that low. Like the water level wasn't below even like the black trim. Like it wasn't even
Right.
that low. And the title was already like yelling at me.
Yeah, they do that. And you just, I would turn down the water, like turn down the flow for a while, a little by little, until it was too much. And then I would fill it back up. But yeah, you just adjust the flow and it stops making that sound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
just
John.
excited to try the new Aqua Clear and see if I like it better or not. But I mean, also with the title, I've had the problem where like not the basket in the back that doesn't float up, but the sponge that I put in it and like just all the media in there. I mean, I don't use the bio rings or anything like that, but like the sponges will float up in it.
Well, we had to poke extra holes in ours in the white basket to let more water flow through and load it less heavy with more like couple different types of sponge and then maybe some lava rock on top. But what I didn't like with like planted tanks is that the surface skimmer would get clogged full of duckweed, whatever floating plants you had.
Yeah.
Would go in there. But it's an awesome filter otherwise. It just some modifications had to be done for us in order for it to be good. I didn't like, so ours has the surface skimmer and then the downspout, and I really didn't see much. Like I would watch the end of the downspout to see how much crap would float in there and get sucked up compared to like an Aqua Clear or any other type of hang on back where it just has just the downspout for the intake. And I really didn't see much getting sucked through there. Like most of it went through the surface skimmer slots at the top as far as what was getting sucked into the C-Chem.
Right. But the C-Chem, the reason I brought it out, it is perfect for if you want to have a saltwater tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a skimmer on it, which is perfect idea. Which I've been thinking of doing that on a 20 gallon long and throwing a skimmer on the not skimmer title on there and see how it works with salt water.
But of course, nobody told me that when I bought it. They were just like, "This is one of the best ones on the market," and I'm like, "Oh, really? Let me just try this." And you gotta find out the hard way sometimes, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
excited about getting it because you could. It was the first time I ever saw a filter where you could put your own media into it. And that's
Yeah.
what latched me onto it because everything I saw before, you had to buy a cartridge, and I was a noob to it. And I'm like, oh, this has a basket. You can put whatever you want. So I did that, and the more I put in there, the more it would like overflow over
Yeah.
the basket and stuff. And that's what led me to like poking holes in it and trying different
Right.
stuff until it worked the way I wanted it to.
Right.
But I was just happy to have a hang on back where you didn't have to buy a filter cartridge for it.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, anything on back filter, give it a cartridge and put a sponge back there, and you're good.
Yeah. Or you can take apart the frame like I did in the video for the Aqueon filter.
Yeah.
Take apart the frame and you keep the frame, the plastic frame part,
Right.
and just wrap it in that polyfill
Yeah.
fabric for quilts.
Mm-hmm.
And it works just the same. Or you could put whatever, a sponge in there too. But a lot of times, like the bottoms I've seen on these filters, they have little notches and such that make it harder to make it watertight to go through your filter. But so far, I really like the Aqua Clears. Even when Fluval bought them out and they just put a different name on the top of the lid,
Right.
it was still the same Aqua Clear. It just said Fluval.
Right.
I like those a lot, except what I have a problem with on those is that if they get too dirty and the power goes out and comes back on, they have a hard time coming back online. Not just the siphon thing, but the impeller gets too dirty.
Right.
Like I have to poke something in there or whatever to get the impeller to start moving again.
Right.
I've always used a hang on back as like a secondary filter, at least the tanks that I have. Like the hang on back is mainly like just for mechanical filtration for me, because I always have a sponge that's always attached to battery backup just in case contingencies.
Good idea.
Yeah. Now y'all making me want to try the Aqua Clear, the new one, and see. Because now some of y'all already know that Vibes is very picky about his hang on backs. So I think give that a try and see if it will knock the title out of the park. Because maybe I'm biased, but so far title is my favorite out of all of them out there.
I got a really good deal on mine at PetSmart.
How much?
I think I paid. I think it was for the Aqua Clear 70. I think it was like $40, like 40
Nice.
something.
My favorite part about the tidal filters is that the pump hangs on the inside of the water.
Yes.
So it will always start back up. As long as it's not clogged full of crap, the siphon, you don't have to worry about the siphon factor because the pump stays on the inside of the tank, not on the back side of the tank.
Right.
Yeah, I'll have to do a video on the new Aqua Clear I got.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Report back.
Yes. Because
But yeah, no, if you go on to PetSmart, it's cheapest online. You use a coupon discount, something. I think when I bought it, it was like member or pet perks appreciation something, and then there were like a bunch of. There's always coupons, but it's
Right.
cheaper to do it online at PetSmart.
Okay, right now I'm looking on PetSmart right now. It's $38.99.
Yeah, I thought it was like $40.
Yeah,
I was close.
cool. It's
That's not
35
bad for an
bucks.
upper clear 70. I was looking elsewhere
Right.
and they wanted like almost $70 for it.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I mean, technically, I probably could get a whole Fluvable and tell them, hey, here's my address. Send me one of them. I'm gonna try it out. But nah, because see, the reason I don't want to do that, y'all, because the video I do about it is gonna be biased. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Why would it be biased?
If they sponsor it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
It's gonna be.
Well,
That's just the way it is. Okay, most times. Now, it's easier. Maybe it's easier for me than others, but I tend to be maybe a little too honest sometimes, probably. So, but people watching the video, if they're seeing it at all that is given to me, it's gonna weigh their opinion about what I have to say about it. So,
Mhm.
right.
anyway, I got a few more questions about the vibe check, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
Favorite season?
Favorite what?
Season.
Fall.
Fall. So, how do you maintain your aquariums while traveling?
I don't travel. That easy. But
that
if I
is-
were to travel, I feel like as long as your tank's been up a while and you got the battery backup pumps on the sponge filters, I don't worry about the power going off very much. I can be gone for like a week. I'm sure it's no issue as long as they're well fed and healthy before I leave. And I mean, I guess it's different if you have fry, but
Right. So, if you could give someone a piece of advice, younger than you, what would you tell them? This is life as a whole,
I could give somebody advice on what?
or anything.
Anything.
Yeah. What would it be?
Oh, another tough one.
My apologies.
Um, don't be afraid to try new things.
Yes.
That's actually a really good. Wow.
Because you never know what you're missing out on until you try,
I like
Life's
it.
too short to miss out.
So, what movie actor would play your life?
Movie actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mine would be Tom Green.
Tom Green. I love Tom Green.
Now, for me, since we're talking about mine, would probably be more like. And now this is the older one. Michael Landon.
Who?
Michael Landon. He played Little Joe in Bonanza,
Yeah.
and
Little
the
House on the
father.
Prairie.
Yeah, the house on the prairie. The dad.
Yeah, never seen it.
What?
Yeah,
What?
never
What?
seen it.
Oh, that's your assignment now.
Yeah, you gotta watch it now.
Yeah,
That
look
and
it up.
pancakes and ice cream.
Exactly.
You've never seen Little House on the Prairie, the TV show?
Nope.
Okay.
Wow.
Nope.
That's all right. Maybe you didn't have
More
TV growing up. Maybe
Actually, that's
you
probably
know,
a good
there's
thing.
lots of factors. That's okay.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Hey, more new things to try.
You never heard of? Have you heard of Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Just
You've
never
heard
watched
of
it.
Laura Ingalls Wilder?
No.
Laura Ingalls Wilder, the Wilder family from Little House on the Prairie. So Laura Ingalls Wilder was my great grandmother's second cousin.
Cool.
That sounds stupid, but it's true.
Yeah.
Famous adjacent, then? That makes you, right?
Well, there was cousins, two cousins that were both named Laura Ingalls. And, two cousins both had kids, and they both named them Laura.
I don't think I have any famous related people, at least not in that way. Not movie stars.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. If you have only one aquarium, what size aquarium would it be? What would the stocking be? What kind of filtration would it be? And money is not an option. I mean, whatever it costs, it don't matter.
Do I have to take care of it by myself?
No, you could hire Jake.
I could hire. Okay. So I always really thought it would be cool to have like one of those like half like tunnel aquariums where you like could be under it. They have those at the Newport Aquarium. I'm sort of like going back and forth whether or not it would be like a over the bed type thing, but I think part of me would be scared it would break. but definitely like a tunnel one or something that you could like be surrounded by it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. As far as stocking goes, it'd definitely be freshwater stocking. Probably just a bigger version of what I got here. Honestly, I mean, I love the Pandagaras and live bears and stuff. Just a big community tank, because there's always something. I feel like with community tanks, there's a lot of interest because there's always something going on, and especially since I tried the shrimp too. Like there's just another level of tiny to look for in there, something going on. So I would definitely do like a big mix of fish. Pandagaras, definitely. I love my swordtails, and just basically a bigger version of what I got going on, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
like
filtration. I have no idea what you need to filter that. Whatever they use at the aquarium, I would assume, for that filter tank.
I would be on my shoulders, be like, Jake, make it work. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. That's interesting that you mentioned that aquarium in Newport. I haven't heard that word in years.
What, Newport?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Newport Aquarium. It's like 20 minutes from where I'm at. It's in Kentucky, and it's a good one. I've only been to one other aquarium besides that one, and that's the Shed Aquarium.
Uh-huh.
That I've been to once, but I've been to Newport lots of times. They have a ton of those tunnels you can just walk through.
So has it changed in the past 30 years, 20 years?
What in the past? What? The Newport Aquarium has it changed? A little bit. Like they've switched up. They've like added new exhibits and stuff.
Good.
But it hasn't like. I wouldn't say it's big time changed. Like it's still like the same layout. They'll just add an exhibit here and there, just kind of like the museum.
Yeah. You might find it interesting, Mel. I was there on a field trip back in 2002.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do they have like it's so random there, it's an aquarium, but they have penguins, like random penguins. Yeah. And then they have like random alligators and snakes and stuff. And I'm like, wasn't I here for fish? Like it's cool, but like it's just random stuff. It's pretty cool. I love the albino gators they have. I'm pretty sure all that was there when you went.
Probably. But remember, this is a while ago, so.
Yeah, 2000. You said 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
grew up there about an hour from Lexington, Kentucky. So
That's really far for you.
a little bit. I got to Texas as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, cool. No, anyway. So, do you have any questions for us, Mel?
Hmm. How long have you guys been at the hobby?
Which part of the hobby?
In general?
I mean, technically, I've always been in the hobby. Technically, because
Maybe
when I was a
fish.
kid, I went collecting in the wild for fish, quailfish, turtles, and keep them in tubs. I did it without knowing what I was doing.
You bring them home?
I did. So I think no. Probably what started it all. Maybe you haven't heard the story. I could tell you. My two uncles, my mom's brothers, both kept Quins way before I was ever born. Anyways, I was about 3 months old. My one uncle was in a car accident and passed away, and everyone tells me that I'm exactly like him. I look like him. I act like him. I'm in the same hobby as he was, which is kind of weird. It would have been cool to have met him, you know. So it's kind of like living his, you know, keeping his dream alive.
Right.
So, but I did that for till I was probably 8 or 9 years old. And then I kind of dropped it per se. Instead of keeping him, I would actually go fishing and eat him. And I did that until 2018, 2019. And then I got back into the aquarium hobby. I've been at it ever since. So, and this is when I was gotten it hardcore.
So I'm the baby here in the hobby, I guess.
No. Like, we've only gotten back into it 3 years tops. So we're about the same as you, Mel. Like, I've had some goldfish in my prior years when I was a kid. And then in my late 20s, I kept care of a goldfish that my little girl won. But wasn't until slightly before we started a YouTube channel that we were keeping fish again.
You said you left and came back too? The hobby?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, in high school, I had a tank for a while, and I was serious about it, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing because there wasn't any of this info out there online.
Right.
Like, if I wanted to see a picture of a tank, I'd have to wait forever for dial-up to load it on there and then print it on my dot matrix printer. But
Right.
I loved fish. I had the Penguin Bio Wheel filter I thought was awesome, but like every time I cleaned the tank or the filter, I'd dump everything out, put fish in a different container, and like rinse and clean everything to a T, and lost a lot of fish that way. But it wasn't until we started right before we started our channel, maybe 3 years ago, that we got back into it being something serious. And it was, I mean, now I've got tanks galore and learning all sorts of stuff. So I would say only really 3 years of being a serious fish keeper.
And look at you now. You're a professional.
No, 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 no. I'm gonna start putting like a disclaimer at the beginning of all of our videos. Do not something similar to jackass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said the A word, but
Uh-huh.
do not attempt to perform these stunts.
Don't
It
try
would
it
be
at home.
great.
Pretty much.
Nice. Any other questions?
Well, you didn't tell me I was gonna have to ask a bunch of questions.
I mean, a handful of them. I mean, I asked you a whole pile of them. think it's
I
only
know
fair.
you had like a long list, like interrogation.
Shirley asked a question. What's up with my trying to be a late night radio show host with that low and quiet voice?
Eh.
Oh, she didn't know?
Yeah, exactly. Shirley, you were missing out.
Yeah.
So, wasn't that bad, Mel? The interrogation, as you called it.
The vibes check.
The vibes check, yeah.
You survived it.
You did very well.
Did I
Yeah.
pass?
Oh yeah, 100%. Actually, the chat is going to beat me up if I don't ask you this question. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, this again. Whatever floats your goat.
Oh, come on. For you. Come on.
What floats your goat, Mel? Do you like pineapple on the pizza?
I'm not a picky eater, so I could go for pineapple on a pizza.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't order it. Like I'll eat it, but like I wouldn't choose it.
So she has passed the vibe check, y'all. 100%. Awesome. Everyone's saying in chat, no glass. I like it. No, that's cool. All right.
I'm
let's
like
go
the
back-
least picky eater ever. Like I mean, as long as it's not spicy. If it's spicy, that's a big no. But other than that, we're good. Oh, and no raw tomatoes. Raw tomatoes are spicy. That's a big no. But everything else, whatever.
Okay. So I'm trying to picture this now. If you want to find Mel in the wild, look for a horse.
The
What's
wild
the
Mel.
color horse? It's gonna be a campfire going with a cast iron skillet hanging to the side. There's a river flowing with steelhead trout swimming in the river, and there's probably a pair of sandals somewhere on the beach.
Sounds like my perfect vacation.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat for those that want to join us backstage after the live stream. But I'm not gonna bring y'all up until after we finish this though. I pinned it for those that want to join us. Anyways, but before we head out, y'all, Jake, what you got for us?
Please watch our videos, but don't do what I do on there. And
I
don't
like
forget to show up for the concert next Monday.
Yeah.
Make sure you let me know. And I love you guys. Don't forget to always appreciate the time we have together and the little instances of meeting each other, because it could be gone very, very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Love you guys.
Amen. Thanks, Jake. I do want to shout out Jake. He actually messaged me personally and asked me, "Hey, Eddie, you need a co-host tonight?" I think, "What?" I didn't figure anyone would even notice it even. So that was awesome. Jake stepping out and helping me out. That was awesome. So, hey, tonight's challenge. Go ahead and double check you subscribe to Mel and Jake. Thank you for that. And but wait out, Mel, what you got for us?
I think you guys outdid me. I think it's hard to top. I think I agree with the tomorrow's never promised and ain't no fam like the fish fam.
I like it. I like it. And also, y'all, I'm blessed to have Mel join us. I told some people backstage more about that, but anyhow, hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Until next time, have a wonderful night and peace out, y'all. And
Good
one more
night.
thing.
What? What are you looking at?
Uh-oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Every time you do that.
Well,
One more thing. We're still live.
yeah.
Dude.